Ladies and gentlemen, if you only knew the incredible plans that are already set in motion for your life, you wouldn't waste another second doubting yourself. If you only knew the love, grace, and favor that's already surrounding you, you'd walk with a confidence that nothing could shake. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, there must be more than this? Have you ever had a moment where you felt a stirring deep inside, a whisper that says you were made for something greater? That's not your imagination, that's the truth trying to break through the noise of doubt, fear, and limitation. You see, each one of us has been given incredible gifts, talents, and abilities. But here's the thing, most of us don't realize the fullness of what's inside us. We go through life settling for less than we're capable of, not because we're not able, but because we don't see what's already within us. It's like a seed planted in the ground. When you first see it, it's small, seemingly insignificant. But inside that tiny seed is the potential for a towering tree. Inside that seed is the ability to provide shade, to bear fruit, and to give life to other seeds. But if the seed stays buried, if it's never nurtured, it will never fulfill its purpose. The same is true for you. If you only knew the potential inside you, you'd stop shrinking back in fear. You'd stop letting the opinions of others determine your worth. You'd stop believing the lie that says, I'm not good enough or I'll never amount to anything. The truth is, you were created with greatness in your DNA. You weren't made to just exist. You were made to thrive, to excel, to make an impact. But here's the key: potential doesn't activate on its own. Just like that seed needs water, sunlight, and care to grow, your potential needs faith, effort, and perseverance to come alive. Think about the moments in life when you were pushed to your limits, when you faced a challenge so big you thought, there's no way I can do this, but then something happened. You dug deep. You found strength you didn't know you had. You overcame. That's your potential being revealed. You see, potential isn't about where you've been, it's about where you can go. It's not about who you are today, it's about who you can become. And let me tell you, who you can become is far greater than anything you can imagine right now. But here's where many of us miss it. We get comfortable, we settle. We start thinking this is good enough and we stop reaching for more. But good enough isn't your destiny. Your destiny is to soar, to break barriers, to set new standards, not just for yourself, but for everyone watching you. I believe God has placed dreams in your heart that you haven't even dared to pursue yet. He's given you talents that are waiting to be discovered, skills that are waiting to be sharpened, and opportunities that are waiting to unfold. But you have to take the first step. You have to believe in what's inside you. If you only knew the potential God placed in you, you wouldn't hold back. You wouldn't let fear or doubt keep you stuck. You'd step out in faith, knowing that you're equipped, empowered, and ready to rise. Today, I challenge you to stop underestimating yourself. Stop settling for less than what you were created for. Start nurturing the greatness within you, because when you do, you won't just change your own life, you'll change the lives of everyone around you. Your potential is your gift to the world. Don't let it go unrealized. Does this resonate with the tone and depth you're looking for? Have you ever paused to think about the intricate design of your life? The moments of joy, the seasons of struggle, the unexpected detours. It can feel like a puzzle, can it? But let me remind you today, your life is no random series of events. It is part of a divine plan, a masterpiece carefully crafted by the Creator of the universe. God's plan for your life is not ordinary, it's extraordinary. It's a plan filled with purpose, promise, and destiny. But here's the thing about His plan: it often unfolds in ways we don't understand. We look at our present circumstances and think, how could this possibly be part of something good? But God's perspective is higher than ours. While we see the moment, He sees the masterpiece. Think about a tapestry being woven. When you look at the back, it's a chaotic mess of threads, knots, tangles, colors that seem out of place. But when you turn it over, you see a beautiful design. That's how God's plan works in our lives. The struggles, the disappointments, the closed doors, they're not random. They're threads in the greater story He's writing for you. You may be in a season right now where things don't make sense. You've prayed for answers, but they haven't come. You've worked hard, but the breakthrough hasn't arrived. Let me encourage you, God is not finished with you yet. What feels like a delay is not a denial, it's preparation. He's aligning the right people, the right opportunities, and the right timing for you to step into something far greater than you could imagine. One of the most powerful truths about God's plan is this: it's good. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That means even when life feels uncertain, you can trust that His plan is for your ultimate good. But trusting God's plan requires faith. It means letting go of control and saying, "God, I may not understand this right now, but I trust that you do." It's about surrendering your timeline for His. And let me tell you, His timing is always perfect. He's never late and He's never early. He shows up right on time, every time. You might wonder, why would God allow me to go through this pain? Why did He let this door close sometimes? God's plan involves removing things from our lives not to harm us, but to protect us. That relationship that didn't work out, that job you didn't get, it wasn't a loss, it was a redirection. God is closing doors that don't align with His purpose so He can open the ones that do. And here's the beautiful part: God's plan isn't just about you. It's bigger than you. Your life is designed to touch others, to make a difference in the world around you. When you step into His plan, you become a vessel for His love, His grace, and His goodness. You begin to impact lives in ways you never thought possible. But don't think for a second that you have to be perfect to be part of God's plan. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. He takes the broken pieces of your life and turns them into something beautiful. He uses your weaknesses to show His strength. Today, I want to challenge you to stop resisting His plan. Stop trying to figure everything out on your own. Trust that the one who created you knows what He's doing. Lean into His guidance even when the path feels uncertain. Believe that He is working all things together for your good. You are not here by accident. Your life has meaning and your story has purpose. So keep walking, keep trusting, and keep believing. Because God's plan for your life is not just good, it's greater than you could ever imagine. Does this expansion align with the depth and inspiration you're seeking? Imagine a love so vast, so unshakable, that no mistake you've made, no failure you've experienced, and no weakness you carry could ever diminish it. That's the love of God. It's a love that transcends human understanding, a love that doesn't waver when you falter, a love that remains constant in the face of your imperfections. This love doesn't need to be earned. It isn't based on your performance or how well you followed the rules. It's unconditional, unwavering, and ever-present. From the moment you were formed, God has loved you with an intensity that no earthly measure can quantify. God's love isn't limited by your past. It doesn't hold grudges or keep a record of wrongs. He doesn't see you through the lens of your failures. He sees you through the lens of His grace. Even when you feel unworthy, even when you've turned away, His arms are open wide, ready to welcome you back with no hesitation. This love is not passive, it's active. It pursues you, seeks you out, and surrounds you. It's the kind of love that chases after you when you feel lost, that whispers hope into your heart when you feel broken. It's a love that meets you exactly where you are, but it never leaves you there. And this love is limitless. It reaches into the darkest places, bringing light. It crosses every barrier, breaks every chain, and demolishes every wall we've built. It's a love that cannot be contained, a love that will never let go, a love that will never give up. There's something deep within each of us, a knowing, a stirring that tells us we were created for more than what we've experienced so far. We were not designed to settle for mediocrity or to life marked by limitations. Inside of you is a purpose that is vast, a potential that is endless, and a calling that is bigger than your current circumstances. Too often we get caught up in the routine of daily life, overwhelmed by the challenges in front of us, and we lose sight of the greatness that is within us. We start to believe the lie that this is all there is, that our dreams are too big, or that we're not worthy of something greater. But the truth is, you are destined for more than you can see right now. When you look at your life through the lens of God's plan, you begin to see the truth you were created with divine purpose, with gifts and talents that were meant to change the world. No matter where you are today, no matter the struggles or setbacks you faced, you are still moving towards something greater. You were not made to live in the shadows of others or to play small. You were made to step into your full potential, to take bold steps and to rise above the doubts and fears that try to hold you back. God has placed dreams in your heart that are bigger than you. He's called you to something greater than what your eyes can currently see. It's easy to get caught up in comparison, looking at others and thinking they have it all together, wondering why you haven't reached the same level of success or fulfillment. But your journey is uniquely yours. The dreams God has for you are unlike anyone else's. Your path is tailored to your strengths, your experiences, and your potential. But stepping into more requires action. It requires you to believe that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you have everything you need to fulfill the purpose that's been placed inside you. You won't always have all the answers, and the road ahead won't always be easy, but you have been equipped for everything you will face. You may not see the whole picture yet, but that doesn't mean it isn't there. You are walking toward your destiny step by step, and every challenge, every victory, every lesson learned is part of the bigger story God is writing in your life. Keep trusting that His plan is greater than your own, and know that you are destined for more than you could ever ask or imagine. In conclusion, if you only knew the incredible potential that lies within you, the divine plan that's already in motion, and the boundless love that surrounds you, you would walk in confidence and courage every single day. You are destined for greatness, created for more than what you've seen so far. Every challenge, every setback, and every moment of doubt is part of the beautiful story God is unfolding in your life. Trust in His plan, embrace the love that's always been there, and step boldly into the future He has prepared for you, knowing you are capable of far more than you realized. Thank you.